My name is Ryan Berkowsky, sometimes known as Billy Whitefish Dupree, and I am a harmonica player, also sometimes known as the harp. I grew up in New York. Grew up in Long Island, New York. Went to school in Buffalo, New York. Came out west because I've always wanted to come out west. Ended up in a small town called Hemet, teach in Hemet, and about 99, I bought a 97, excuse me. I bought a $2 Pocket Pal harmonicas. I wanted to learn how to play in a little book that came with it, which I threw away because I didn't want to learn how to play Camptown races. And a little tape that also did the same thing, threw it away. So I just started listening to music with my $2 harp and learned how to play. And so that's kind of how I became a harp player. Well, 97, so what is this, 22 years? Wow. 22 years I've been playing harp for. It seems like it was yesterday. Musical influences. In middle school it was Rush. Rush was hardcore for me. Loved Rush, saw them a lot. Then took a kind of a right turn, and in high school became The Dead. When I guess I used to party a little bit more in high school, and The Dead was a huge, huge influence on me. And I used to listen to a lot of Pigpen, which was before my time, but I loved the harmonica from there. And then The Dead was just, something about The Dead, going to a Dead show, like everything just went away. No matter what reality was, it went away. So that was my musical influence for the most part.
Usually that's why I don't eat.
Chris and Mike. I met Chris and Mike through Brett, actually through Brett.
Normally like Corona.
Brett's a wonderful person, and I got to play with Brett and the Brett Cohen band, and then I met Mike through that way, and then Mike introduced me to Chris when he had the Barstow Prophets when they were first starting out at a little brewery, which again, the Brewligion was called. Actually, it's changed names now. A little brewery off Los Alamos Road, and that was the very first time I ever played with the Barstow Prophets. Wow. The Christmas sweater show. It was fun. Chris is like, find your ugliest, most Christmassy sweater you have and bring it to the cheese shop, and we're gonna have some fun. And it was an absolute blast. So that's probably one of the biggest memories I had. Chris is the leader of the band. Chris is a great dude. Chris is very passionate about what we do, but he's also the father figure too, and he kind of goes back and forth. It's that stern hand, but then it's like, okay, I love you, come on back. Baccarella is an amazing guitarist, very mellow cat, just can flat out play. Lenny.
Probably a little bit loud.
Lenny's just rhythm, man. It's just, Lenny's the drummer. Lenny is amazing, and it's too bad that he's not here, but we think about him all the time. Lenny and I grooved quickly too. Miller. Mike Miller can sing. Oh my God, that cat can sing, and he's very humble. Funny guy, also can play, but really a great singer. Miles is the professor. Professor Miles. Miles is interesting. When I first met Miles, I'm thinking, where is he going with this drum? But once you put him together with Dennis, I'll get to Dennis in a minute, it all fit. Miles is the kind of the goofy drummer guy that just takes his own pathway, but it seems to come back. Almost very Deadish. Riz is solid. Riz can play bass. Riz can play guitar. Riz is a musician. Great musician. Dennis is our other drummer. Dennis basically, he's the one who holds it down. He's the timing of it all, and that allows basically Miles to do his thing. Without Dennis, I don't think Miles will be Miles. It really fits well because Miles goes off and Dennis does his thing, and I'm me. I met myself about 1970 when I looked at him when I was first born. Wow, it's I call it a very it's blues, it's funk, it's a jam band. It's in the style of the Allman Brothers, it's in the style of the Dead, it's in the style of Dylan. We do a lot of 70s stuff, but we also do some newer stuff too, but everything turns into a jam and we do it our way. So the Prophet's sound becomes the Prophet's sound. It's kind of like what the Dead did to songs, we do the same thing, I think.
Down on my car.
It's a blast. Like I said, with going to Grateful Dead shows, everything goes away when I get to play with these guys. It's 2 hours or 3 hours or half an hour today of just bliss and just get to play, and everything goes away. Nothing bad in the world exists anymore. It's just a fun time with these guys, and it's just a big fat jam session. It's passion.
All I need, I'd never see.
Best thing about being in the band is getting together with these cats, and when we do put together, and when it's in the pocket, it's beautiful. And not only that, though, it could be a month, it could be a week, it could be 2 months before we get together, but when we get together, it all just clicks again. So these are friends. They're more than bandmates. They're good friends. That it's like that non-maintenance friend, but when you get together, it's wonderful. My role in the band beside well, I am a backup lead singer, and I sometimes am a hauler and setter up of stuff as well.